Alright guys, welcome to the Two Peas in a Pod channel. If you're in from my blog, Pay Yourself First, welcome. I'm going to call this video changing over your seasonal tires. So, one easy way, like I've mentioned in the blog, to save money is doing some of these easy vehicle maintenance related tasks yourself. For this one in particular, you don't even need any special tools. Your jack, your wheel wrench, everything you need to change over your seasonal tires if you live in Canada, switching winter tires, summer tires, all that stuff. You have all the required tools, and if you need to do this twice a year, you're looking at saving yourself probably over $100. It's been so long since I got it done in a shop. I can't even tell you how much it costs anymore, but I can't imagine it being less than $100. So here we are. We got little Rammy here. We're going to change over these tires to the summer tires. A little thing about safety first. If you're doing this on your own, make sure you're chalking the wheels before we get started. And if you got one that works, put on that emergency brake. That'll help. Old Rammy here, if I put that emergency brake on, it's going to stay on. So we're just going to deal with chocks. Alright, so if you're looking for the stuff that you need required for the job, you can usually find it in your user's manual. It's going to tell you where your jack and wheel wrench are located in the vehicle if you're not sure. So find that stuff first and pull it all out. Once you got those tools assembled, then you're good to go. There's no particular order where you got to start. I usually start wherever it's convenient, where I'm presently located, and then just work my way around the truck. So this is actually the last one that I got to do. I'm not going to go ahead and use the vehicle jack and wheel wrench for this, just because I do so dang many of these tire changes. I do this vehicle, my wife's vehicle, in-laws vehicles, sister-in-law's vehicle, my wife's aunt. I do so many that I do have an actual speed jack and an electric impact, which I got at a garage sale for a sweet, I think, $10 on that one. So that was a good deal. Anyways, okay, so changing over your winners. I'll give you a little demo here on how to do it with the equipment that you have. So, while the vehicle's sitting on the ground, put that wrench on and start loosening up your wheel lugs. Okay, I give them about a quarter turn. Nothing crazy. You don't want to take them off too much while the vehicle weight is still on there. It could end up stripping some of your lugs. So give those about a quarter turn. Okay? You want to push on the end. Obviously, it creates like a bit of a lever, right? So you're going to have more power here than if you're trying to push closer in. So push here. If you're having a hard time getting these loosened up, okay, put it about 10 o'clock position. What I do is I'll lock my elbow, put my body weight on it. That'll get it going for sure. If that still didn't work, what you can do, put your foot on there, give her a kick. That'll get it for sure. Okay. Once all these are loosened up, then you can put your jack into place. Again, from your owner's manual, user's manual, that'll tell you where to put the jack. I've got my speed jack in place already. I'm just going to lift this up quickly. The block moved a little. Alright, that's up in the air. Okay, time to remove this tire. Just be careful because right now the vehicle's sitting on the jack. If you do have a jack stand, definitely put that in place. I do have some, but I'm not going to go pull them out for the video. And I'm going to rip this tire off right quick. Give her a couple of test pumps. She's good to go. There we go. Once those are off, I mean, you can rip them all the way off with the impact. But I find sometimes, for whatever reason, these nuts, lug nuts, get stuck in the socket, and I just end up playing with it anyway. Depending on what type of wheel you have, this is a steel rim, so it's not going to get stuck to your hub. You can see here it's hub centric, right? Because it sits on the inside of the hub here. I don't know if you can see that from there, but sometimes you have these alloy rims, which are wicked hard to get off. So what I tend to do is get up, try to kick the bottom, kick the sides, and then if that's not working, give it a boot with your heel and work your way kind of around the rim, and eventually it should free up. If it's still not coming off and you've done that, back those lug nuts off, that quarter turn like I was talking about, and actually lower it back down onto the ground, and then just try and drive back and forth with it. That should loosen it up. And then absolute worst case scenario, which I've had to do in the past, you still can't get it off, I use a sledgehammer. And I try and hit it right on the edge. The risk is obviously might hit the rim. So you just got to be careful about that. But on old Randy here, it doesn't really matter. So get those lined up. Once it's sitting there, I put a foot kind of at the bottom there that holds it in place nice, frees up your two hands. Finger tight these on. If you're just using the wheel wrench from the vehicle, I'll spin these all the way in as far as I can get them, so I'm not sitting there spinning the wrench all day. But with the impact, as long as they're on a couple of turns, you're not going to strip anything. Okay, give it a little wiggle there. Make sure it's sitting on that hub-centric rim, because you don't want to tighten up these too much and have it sitting on that lip. You could bend it, and then your wheel might wobble a little bit. One thing to think about if you're switching from summer tires to winter tires will have a rotation direction. So when the vehicle's going forward, the wheel's spinning like this, right? So you want that rotation arrow to be pointing forward. Okay, once these are finger tight, I'll get them in the rest of the way and not torque them down too much initially. I'll start at the top and I'll work my way in kind of a star pattern. Get it on there. If your socket gets a little bit stuck, just keep it attached to the impact and give it a jiggle. Okay, I haven't hit it too hard yet. What I'll do is I'll give it a good jiggle, make sure it's sitting on that hub-centric ring, and then I'll hit it a little harder. Alright, so you see I'm not sitting there going with the impact. You don't want to do that. You'll end up ripping a lug out and snapping it in half. Okay, once those are on half decent, make sure you move your jack stand out of the way if you have used one, and then just slowly lower it back down. Make sure your rim isn't wobbling. Once it's on the ground, I'll give it a turn with the wrench. Make sure those are all tightened up nice. Those are good. Good. Alright, same process for all the tires. Make sure your rotation is the right way if you're putting your winners on. And then you're going to want to retorque these nuts again in about 50 kilometers just to make sure they haven't loosened up any as you started traveling. Okay, once you're done, that's it. Congratulations, you just saved yourself 50 bucks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification button because I'll have more videos like this coming out soon. And if Parker and Pierce are watching this, love you guys. And stay safe out there.